fellow hobbyists, collectors, and Predator heads alike. I want to welcome you to my channel, Predator Collectibles. I am your host, Glennon Taylor, and we take a look at anything underneath the Predator franchise that is in fact collectible, whether it be action figures, comic book statues, prop replicas. It will all be right here on this channel. Now, in today's video, I am very excited because it's been 6 weeks to the day, I think almost to the day, since I've interviewed 4 individuals at the Huntsville Pop Culture and Comic Expo, and 3 of them were comic book artists Sam De La Rosa, Jim Shooter, and Arthur Sidon. And out of the 3, I was able to get 2 of those comic books graded by both Sam De La Rosa and Jim Shooter. That was, again, Predator issue number 2 and Predator vs. Magnus Robo Fighter. So I have both of those comic books right here in this package that just got delivered to me by CBCS. I have not opened it yet, so I'm actually curious to see what grades I got. I am hoping to get at least a 9.8. That is, to me, a more realistic gem mint kind of grade. I know some people believe that 10 is a lot much more better, and it is. But in the grading system by both CGC and CBCS, you have it to where the comic grades are from 0.0 to as high as 10.0. They go kind of in even numbers, so your starting point is usually 9.0, 9.2, 9.4, 6, 8, and then finally 10.0. 10.0 is in fact the gem mint, but I believe 10.0 usually is kind of unrealistic, so I'm really hoping for a 9.8 out of this batch from CBCS. If nothing else, I'd prefer anywhere between a 9.4 and 9.6. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get in this box. I'm really excited to see what I got, and the fact they're both autographed by both the artists. I'd like to see what kind of grades I got. The one from Sam De La Rosa, I know for a fact, has finger bends in it, and it has cracks on the spine where it breaks the color of the cover. So that one might not be as high as I would like, but let's just see what that would be. Alright, so I just opened up the box, and there is of course bubble wrap, so it's nice to see. I'll just put it off to the side, and I have the forms that I signed at the day of the event, so I'll just put it off to the side. Now, I'm glad that they put these back cover facing upward, so I don't know which one's which. I do think this is the top one, so this is this is issue number 2. Okay, Sam De La Rosa, and I did get a 5.0 on this one, so that's kind of unfortunate. Let's see what we have. So it's October 1989. It gives you the cover, Chris Warner, and it is inked by both Chris Warner and Sam De La Rosa as the inker, so that's really nice. Thank you, Sam, for signing it for me with white pages. But unfortunately, as I knew that, yeah, there's definitely cracks on the spine. I think there's notes. No, there's not. Yeah, so for graders, notes on this book, visit cbs.com. So that's where I can, get the notes from there. But I already know half of the problems on this comic book: finger bends, some cracks are breaking the color. There's problems with the spine. Staples are probably rusted out. But a 5.0 is, it's unfortunate. But I do love the fact that I have a graded comic book from Sam De La Rosa. At a 5.0, I might just give this away on a future giveaway. Let's see. Alright, so the next one up should be the Mr. Jim Shooter one. So let's see what we have. Oh yes, here we go. I'll put this box to the side because I don't need that no more. And this is what we're talking about right now. So this is in fact the Predator vs. Magnus Robo Fighter, and I did get a 9.8 back from CBCS, and so this is almost gem mint. Nothing wrong with it. Probably some crevices on it or creaks. I don't see anything that I can see for myself, but I'll have to double check the notes. But this was signed Jim Shooter on March the 9th. So again, this is now June 15th, I believe. I might be wrong on my days, I'm sorry. Working my job, I tend to lose days. But at 9.8, this is the Dark Horse Valiant. edition. This is the regular cover. There is also a platinum edition cover. Sorry for the glare, but signed by Jim Shooter, and I'm really happy about that. Now, shortly after our initial interview with me and Mr. Shooter, we did exchange information, and he reached out to me because he did come across a copy of his plot that he wrote for Predator versus Magnus Robofighter, and he wanted to know if I would like a copy of the plot. And I was thinking to myself, is this a trick question? Absolutely, I would love to have a copy of the plot that you wrote. I would be very honored and be pleasured to have it in my collection. And that's exactly what he later sent to me, was a copy of the plot. So what you're seeing is issue 1 of Predator vs. Magnus Robofighter, all 24 pages that he laid out. And I really do think this is fantastic because it doesn't really read off as a script, but it does give you page 1, full page, some notes that he took, along with all the way up to page 24. And this is actually 11 pages that he printed and sent to me as a copy. So thank you, Mr. Shooter, for not just giving me the plot, but also a copy signed by you, 9.8 of Predator vs. Magnus Robofighter. So I'm definitely going to get these framed with the plot and also the graded comic book from CBCS. Hopefully later on down the road, if I can find any original comic book pages that are pertaining to this book, I probably will frame all 3. If not, I'll just simply frame the plot and the graded comic. I will leave all 3 of my interviews with both Sam De La Rosa, Arthur Seidam, and Jim Shooter right up here on this link. So again, thank you, Mr. Jim Shooter. I really appreciate your generosity for giving me, the opportunity of interviewing you, as well as the plot and the signed comic book. Now, if you are by any chance a Predator comic book aficionado, or if you by any chance collect Predator comics yourself, leave me a comment. If you have any graded Predator comics, I'd love to hear your grades that you have in your collection. And if you also are by any chance a Predator fan like me, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification. And if you like this unboxing video and others like it, give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And keep in mind that we're going to continue on this discussion and conversation regarding all things Predator next Saturday on my live stream at 5:30 p.m. on June 29th. So again, guys, I want to thank you very much for your support. I'm absolutely excited to have these comic book graded in my collection. So it's kind of a small haul, but I just want to let you know on how comic books are graded and what else you can expect from CBCS. So until I see you on June 29th, happy hunting.